All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between. Well, this is gonna be between 120 versus Tho, or Ling versus Triple Egg. I'm not 100% sure what this particular match is gonna be like since I haven't seen it. Some people ask me, or used to ask me in the past, like, why don't you watch the games first? And then be able to make more intelligent commentary and predictions. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, making predictions when I already know what's gonna happen? That's not a prediction at all. Then, anyways, let's gonna go ahead and break things down in this matchup. Ancient of War being set up by Thode down over here. It is gonna be opening up Tree of Life. There is a Moonwell, and there is no Altar of Elders, meaning we may be looking for some sort of crazy unorthodox opening in this matchup, or rather a Tavern Hero. Tavern Heroes, well, Night Elves generally do favor Tavern Heroes a little bit more than the other races. The access to Moonwells and the ability to, well, get mana early, one of those main differences. Altar of Elders trading up now, and we'll see what unit it will be. Meanwhile, taking a look at the undead side of Ling, or 120, we are looking at what appears to be early ghouls in this 1v1 matchup. For all of you guys wondering about my casting schedule, and those you guys who want to catch me live, well, this is the first week where my wife is currently actually back at work, but all three of our kids are home at the same time, so we're trying to juggle everything and do everything like that. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to figure out what my new schedule is going to be. For all of you guys who want to continue to support me through Patreon and Twitch, with bits and whatnot, well, I'm sorry you guys can't get the recognition you deserve, but it is still greatly appreciated. And once I know my schedule again, hopefully I'll be able to just provide some great opportunities for you guys to catch me live and just experience some WarCraft 3 together. Now, Death Knight is making its way down. It did sell the Scroll of Town Portal and picked up a Rod of Necromancy and that Sacrificial Skull. So it is going to be a fast expansion attempt coming here. Fire Lord first, though. What is this? Fire Lord first, and this is going to be very heavy damage coming across. There's a detonation, and it is going to be nearly impossible to try and set up anything of importance. All right, let's take a look at this. Death Coil to try and finish things off. Ghouls, there's still a Wisp right there. Going to try and finish off that little bit of damage. One more shot as the this little lava spawn still doing massive damage here. Trying to do a little bit of split. There's a detonation, and what is going to happen here? One more Wisp still wandering around. The Acolyte trying to why is the lava spawn actually going after that unit there? Instead, going to go ahead and split once more. You can see there it goes. There is that split now, and that unit is not going to be able to stick around for very long. All right, the Death Knight taking a lot of damage. Skeletal Minion is now trying to back off. Death Knight now down to 476 as the Fire Lord now makes its way over. There is also a Moonwell off over here as the units are going to try and engage. Are we going to see a lava spawn brought up? There's a Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Still no lava spawn as of yet. Meanwhile, down across here, the lava spawns still causing problems. Acolyte could end up taking a little bit of damage. There's an ensnare onto that lava spawn there as that lava spawn. Oh, this lava spawn going to actually split once more. All right, what is happening? Death Knight may actually get a lot of experience here, and this is a little bit of a scary proposition. The lava spawns splitting give an opportunity for extra experience for your opponent's hero. Let's take a look at this. This lava spawn now down to 83 hit points. Gonna try and get away. Death Coil not gonna be used there. Meanwhile, this one lava spawn still trying to fight. Is it gonna be able to survive? It just needs to get away. No, time life coming to an end, and it does end up falling. Fire Lord now sitting at level 2, Ring of Protection +3 and Ring of Regeneration, being able to just get a lot more hit points back in this fight. There is a new lava spawn already here ready to go, as the Fire Lord looked like, well, it's going to try and drop another lava spawn here in just a moment. Death Knight taking a lot of damage, and this is going to be problematic. You can see the Murloc Huntsman off over here. Is it going to end up getting denied? A little bit of extra damage going across. Units are trying to get away every which way, as the Fire Lord or the Lava Spawns could really just do a lot of volleys. One more shot there. Oh my goodness, that low hit point ghoul. One more shot would do it, and it was able to stay alive. Meanwhile, let's come back across over here. This Lava Spawn going to continue to get in a lot of damage. There goes a unit, Force Troll Berserker, or Force Troll Shadow Priest taken down, as the Lava Spawns are just dealing so much damage here. Coming back down across, Lava Spawn now trying to get away. Double Lava Spawns are in position. As you're taking a look, damage, that Incinerate ability, well, not actually finishing off any units. A lot of micro coming across multiple units there, as one or two more shots. One more shot, oh, does finish it off. Let's take a look back across here. The one Nerubian tower causing major problems, causing slow, as we're taking a look at damage coming back again. Death Knight now down to 348 hit points, trying to get away. In comes a lot of, well, fighting again. This Lava Spawn gonna perhaps end up getting taken down. One or two more shots. Death Coil saves, as the ghouls are still trying to get away. All right, one or two more shots. Yes, it does get taken down. Lava Spawn is gonna split once more. This Lava Spawn gonna split as well, and this is potentially huge. 4 Lava Spawns all of a sudden show up to the party. What was a rather small army of Lava Spawns now dealing terrible piercing damage to this haunted gold mine. All right, damage going back the other way. Fire Lord gonna try and finish off some of those other ghouls or other units as well. Lava Spawn looks like it's gonna get taken down. Death Knight gonna continue to get more and more experience as the Lava Spawns finally come to an end. There, oh, that ghoul ends up surviving right there, as an alchemist now adds in. So this is just a crazy strategy. Not an alchemist, Tinker. Tinker comes across, and now we're gonna see the Pocket Factory trying to create up some additional units. Ghouls are here, acolytes are here, adding in extra damage once more. But going for 2 Tavern Heroes, is it gonna be enough? 2 Tavern Heroes, you are very, very mana intensive indeed, and unless you're actually translating that to kills on units, it may not, well, it is not going to really work. Your moon wells are going to be very dry. You can see the moon wells are currently full right now. 37 supply going up against 29. So in serious trouble right now. He did his opening harassment, but it did not slow down his opponent at all. You can see the tech to tier 2 nearly done as well. 120, or yeah, ER-Ling smells blood. A 120 now going to try to make its way over. Ancient of War is in position, but the, well, Death Knight, Fire Lord is in position as well. What's going to go? Death Coil steals the experience as the Goblin Tinker picks up the item. All right, Ensnare onto that unit there. There's that Incinerate. Damage coming across again. More damage making its way through. Death Knight doesn't want to stick around for this particular party, as there's a Death Coil, 200 hit points. Instant death for those archers, or nearly instant death. Coming back around, Forest Troll Trapper going to get taken out. Meanwhile, back off to the north here, Ghouls opting to leave all of that behind. Perhaps they're going to find some easy units. Are we going into Hippogriffs? All right, Hippogriffs now being used or being trained up. We may get a mounting of those Hippogriffs as well. Meanwhile, let's take a look back off to the north. Well, Fire Lord, the Goblin Tinker, well, Fire Lord almost at level 3. Goblin Tinker still sitting at level 1. And this is where we may see some sort of power spike in Tho's army, getting up to level 3, or perhaps being able to shut down this expansion off over here. But that is going to be very difficult to do. We are getting up a second production, building a second crypt as well. Fire Lord getting in that damage. Hippogriff, those Hippogriff riders now in the air going after a Ziggurat. Ziggurat could end, well, should end up getting taken down. Goblin Tinkers are right there. We're going to try to get some repairs off, and there you go. There is the repair now. Damage going down onto a second separate Ziggurat. That has to be canceled, and all you can really do is hope to buy time, as the Goblin Tinker and this Fire Lord is not going to be able to deal that much damage. Ghoul is now coming across. Are we going to perhaps see those archers mount up and deal some damage? There we go. There is the mounting again, as those ghouls are now just being forced to retreat back, and well, they will be able to, well, retrieve some lumber, as the graveyard is still right there. Ziggurat. This is going to turn into a Spirit Tower here in just a moment. Piercing damage coming across and finishing off many of those units. Let's take a look at this Lava Spawn. Has heavy armor, going to be taking full damage, 27 to 32 per attack. Meanwhile, the Hippogriff Riders, if they can perhaps focus down a unit or two, that would be incredibly important. Hippogriff Riders looking to finish off some of those units here as that range, 600 range, trying to just hit some of those ghouls down again. All right, the pressure is heavy, but I can't imagine this Hippogriff Rider army actually being able to shut down this expansion here. Not with one Spirit Tower, Crypt Fiends being trained, and a Nerubian Tower as well. Firelord now sitting at level 3. Let's take Warlock Hunt, we're going to join in. There's also Fairy Dragons joining in on the fight here as the Hippogriff Riders and the Archers need to get trained up. All right, mass Hippogriff Riders going up against an undead, normally not used here. Are we going to be getting web? Yet no, Crypt Fiends still being trained up. No web as of yet, as there's a cancellation and a quick detonation. All right, Goblin Tinker drops down a Pocket Factory, and then once again, experience is stolen. Experience constantly being stolen, causing problems. This Pocket Factory could get taken down right there. Goblin Tinker sitting at level 1. Death Knight could easily try to get off a Death Glow to finish it off here. So much damage done. Fairy Dragon now, while getting webbed down, as the Goblin Tinker looks to finish off this Forest Troll Berserker. Death Knight is going to be able to finish it off. No, it will not, as the Fairy Dragons are still right there as well. All right, level 2 Lava Spawns are in on the fight, but this is not how you want to be using your Lava Spawn. You only want it to be once the fight is already in play. That was perhaps a waste of 150 mana. Down on the bottom left, Ancient of War. Gonna go ahead and finish off that skeletal minion. We are now going into Chimeras. All right, so opening up with an unorthodox Chimera strategy now. Not what you typically see at all. Chimeras being used, and with that, what is going to end up happening? Chimeras are very, very strong against those heavy armor units, perhaps, and also being able to get that siege upgrade to get siege damage at a range. That may be what we're trying to look for here as the Chimeras are getting trained up. Chimeras or Chimeras or Chimera or Chimera. People constantly tell me which one, and I'm now that I have like a father of children, I'm realizing that even my pronunciation of like I'm gonna read a book. It's not a book, it's a book. So many things to keep track of. Anyways, coming back into the game here, Death Knight still by his lonesome self. Lich just now going to get trained, and this is 12 minutes into the match. It feels like this game has been much longer to get to this current position, but looking at the heroes, you can tell that we aren't still that far, but then again, it could just be because it's Echo Isle. Quick triple web right there. Quick triple web right there, bringing down 3 Fairy Dragons as a Chimera now joins in on the fight here. All right, coming back off to the north, are we perhaps going to be looking at just striking where your opponent isn't? That could be the proposition there. The Lich could end up getting sniped down here. Well, let's take a look. Clockwork Goblins trying to come in from the far side. Chimeras could end up melting down those obsidian statues very fast, as we're going to look at the Fairy Dragons now make their way over. Chimeras were webbed down here temporarily, damage getting in, but the Chimeras have been revealed well before they could start attacking those obsidian statues. The obsidian statues so powerful in this matchup. Gloves of Haste now on that Lich for that eventual Orb of Corruption that I'm assuming the Death Knight is going to go ahead and deliver. Army coming in from the backside, split army attack to perhaps try and finish off some units, and this is something we could have been expecting much a long time ago. No more mining going down here, only the Black Citadel able to deal damage. Fairy Dragons are actually phase shifting. That's one of the reasons why they are so difficult to take out. Meanwhile, coming in from the bottom, we're looking at a Chimera gonna go ahead and shut down this Haunted Gold Mine. It is gonna be that chaos or the the siege damage here, getting in there as we're looking at the Crypt Fiends looking to perhaps shoot down some of these Hippogriff Riders and web them. All right, coming back across over here, where is that Undead Army? Undead Army now making their way over. It looks like the Goblin Tinker will get to level 3 and the Fire Lord will get to level 4. Chimera's dealing so much damage here as we may be looking for perhaps a Scroll of Town Portal in order to head back out. Fire Lord now making its way out. So are we going to use the Scroll of Town Portal? No, going to try and engage here. This could be rather dangerous as we are looking at all the units perhaps looking to Scroll of Town Portal in order to get away. All right, there's that damage. Are we going to see actual death of any units? Chimera's coming down in order to teleport back home in addition to those Hippogriff Riders. Excuse me, not a Chimera, just Hippogriff Riders and those Fairy Dragons. All right, game still anyone's game at this point and stage in the game. Why'd my camera shift around? All right, Chimeras now making their way back down here. 2 Chimeras. We're looking at, well, almost a 70 supply, getting into that 80 range. 120 sitting at 67. Crypt Fiends 2-1 upgrades as well as the Fairy Dragons. Are they going to try and trap the Undead, or is the Undead going to even be that risky to try and make a maneuver as this? All right, Fairy Dragon taking a lot of damage right there. Mana Flare back as well. The units are now shifting back away. That one Fairy Dragon still alive as the units are coming back across. There goes that Lich now. A little bit more damage coming across. One Fairy Dragon staying alive at 31 hit points as one Fairy Dragon was taken down. Clockwork Goblins now making their way back out. A little bit explosion on death as well. As you could take a look, the Death Knight with that Talisman of Evasion evading quite a bit of damage. A third Chimera now joining in on the fight here. Pressure over here at the expansion. Is 120? No, he cannot afford to try and creep out that difficult creep camp in the corner. We may see no death of a Crypt Fiend there as we're looking at the engagement now coming across. Incinerate, incredibly important to try and pick off many of those back units. Death Knight all still off over here as the Lich Death Knight now makes, well, a little bit of a stand once again. We are getting up a third Chimera, a third Chimera, and now we are going to be also going into high upkeep as well after that third Chimera is trained up. There you go, high upkeep. Are you really wanting to train up to high upkeep, or should you just stay at 80 supply, train up a little bit more units, not necessarily another Chimera there? Nope. Chimera is trying to get into high upkeep again. We are sitting at 78 over 80. Is that one Chimera going to make the difference, or is the loss of an additional 3 gold or 6 gold a second going to become the problem? All right. Chimeras here ready to go. Marksmanship getting additional damage for all of those units. Let's take a look at Archer. Is going to be, what, 20 to 26 damage per attack. True Shot Aura now down, and so much range damage. Scroll of Protection also being brought over. Chimera is trying to escape back. Let's take a look. Obsidian statues can easily get finished off, but they are getting healed. Obsidians, or the Crypt Fiends, are getting healed. Goblin Tinker not looking to back up here. A little bit of easy damage. Are we going to see a Chimera get taken down? Yes, we are. That Scroll of Protection absolutely devastating as the Death Knight now gets up to level 5. A Chimera now making sure to join in on the fight, using Web in order to create some separation and distance from those high damage units. As you can take a look, many of those Crypt Fiends are still just on the ground, so many of them low on hit points. It seems like Tho, if he was able to micro a little bit more, could be able to finish off a lot of those units. So many red units able to escape. And Tho didn't look like he focused enough, but he did end up focusing down that Lich, taking him down at level 3. All right, 450 gold now, Chimera. And now making their way over to this creep camp in the corner. There comes this damage. The True Shot Aura of the Priestess of the Moon giving in even more damage again. Hippogriff Riders, 21 to 25 damage, plus 2 as well. We could look at even more damage again. Let's take a look. True Shot Aura now, a True Shot Aura with an Orb of Venom. And what item was dropped here? Potion? No, none of. Did no item get dropped? All right, another Ring of Regeneration, perhaps, or a Talisman of Evasion. All right, it could have been a Talisman of Evasion, as we're now looking at the Death Knight now make its way over. All right, Death Knight going after the Tree of Life, and perhaps going to get in some damage there. Units are now trying to make their way back. It could be an exchange or a transfer of just gold mines here, as we're going to look at the lava spawn now trying to make their way in. Chimera's going to go ahead and dive on in. There goes some Acolytes. It looks like it is just going to be a straight up base trade. Tree of Life will get taken down. You're going to see a Staff of Teleportation for the Death Knight to join in on this fight. There's some repairs. Not going to be able to do it though, as you can take a look. Oh no, 22 damage. Frost Nova doing enough right there as the units were able to teleport out. Scroll of Town Portal trying to go back the other way. Haunted Gold Mine also taken out as well as the units teleport out again. All right, are we going to be looking at a transfer of the gold mine? Only 3 minutes of mining left, so it actually makes more sense to walk this Tree of Eternity down and then entangle than trying to set up a new Tree of Life. Meanwhile, back off, gonna go ahead and shift to the north. Hippogriff Riders, where is that? Where are those Chimeras? Pocket Factory now down. It is going to be what, Fire Lord, Goblin, Tinker, Priestess of the Moon getting in some of that damage. Currently very limited mining for 120, as well as the army is now shifting back off to the north. Mining should be done here in just a little bit of time, as the unit's going to try and get away. Do we see no, we do not see what's it called, a Scroll of Town Portal on any of these units. We could see a lot of death of heroes, and there you have it. Big Frost Nova for the slow as the Priestess of the Moon falls at level 2. Acolytes still suffering a lot of damage. Fairy Dragons 3-1 upgrades, finishing off a lot of those units as they are now trying to get away. Hippogriff Riders still sitting only at 1-0 as the Acolytes able to continue mining. 120 looks like he's going to recover faster than Tho at this point and stage in the game. 69 supply compared to 69. Armies are about the same, but 120 is on the hunt for some big damage, and he's going to be able to find it here, taking down a couple of key buildings, Moonwells, with good amounts of mana in them, moon juice in them, and with that, the loss of the ability to heal units. Back across over here to the top left, the longer this attack is delayed, the more that this base isn't really worth saving, as the Acolytes only have about another minute or 2 minutes of mining left. All right, Lich trying to head back here. Lava Spawn, perhaps going to take down a Crypt Fiend or two. No, unable to do so, as the Chimeras were webbed down here. Chimera is going to be able to stand back up and fight. There is another Crypt Fiend. Staff of Preservation saves that Chimera as it teleports back. All right, I'll say this. Let's. What was it? Talisman of Ring of Protection +3. Now that they were gotten a little bit of a boost at 3, 4, and 5 instead of 2, 3, 4, I think Talisman of Evasion at the same tier may actually not provide the same amount of effective hit points any longer. I'll have to go ahead and double check my my old WarCraft 3 armor presentation talking about evasion and effective hit points, but I think that is the case. As I was looking at Talisman of Evasion, 15% miss versus 3 armor, I think that is actually very comparable. And considering that Talisman of Evasion is dropped alongside of Ring of Protection +4, I believe. Let's take a look. Still 3-3 here, right there. All right, Chimeras with that range, able to get in some damage onto that crypt again. Meanwhile, we are looking at Hippogriff Riders and Fairy Dragons off to the side. Big damage indeed. Attack speed average, attack speed fast. So the Hippogriff Riders still deal more damage per second. Meanwhile, coming back across here, that these Clockwork Goblins still dealing in damage, as we now see a Dreadlord joining on the fight. 120 bringing in a Dreadlord, perhaps for sleep. If you can sleep down a Chimera, you can then follow it up with a very easy web and pick off these very expensive units. This Dreadlord specifically, that sleep is right there, and are we going to see a sleep? The Death Knight purposely bringing over with Unholy Aura. There's a web now, and this Chimera doesn't stand a chance. Oh, a beautiful play by 120 for that tech, that hero. being able to shut down one Chimera already, and I believe even more are going to end up being lost. A beautiful, beautiful use of a third hero, Dreadlord, as the destroyers now looking to chase after these units again. Expansion down over here on the bottom left, not mining at all. 120 now taking the gold, re-establishing the gold advantage lead as the Death Knight tries to get in some damage here. Quick webs on that front line. Dreadlord going to perhaps try and sleep down some units, still fighting their way through. A lot of damage coming across here. The Chimeras, 3 Chimeras in the air. Owl Scout being used perhaps to scout any shades nearby, as the Tree of Eternity should be entangling that gold mine. All right. Clockwork Goblin's going to continue to engage. Dreadlord wants to throw down a sleep and ensuring a quick and easy kill. Coming back around 70 supply over 80, going up against 78 over 80. A difference of 8 supply. That Chimera would have made a drastic difference indeed, as the Chimera is now trying to chase after some units. You can see all of those Obsidian statues trying to stay in the back. Units now trying to head in the back as well. Death Knight trying to save units, and this use of web, absolutely brilliant, separating the front of the army from the back of the army, as the Dreadlord could get taken down. One more shot should end up doing it. Is it going to get taken down? There's a sleep and a death coil in time. Death Knight now in that front line spot, trying to focus down the Death Knight. Would it be just absolutely useless, as the Scroll of Town Portal is on him unless you can burst him down? And there is the GG, though unable to finish off his opponent. 120 doing a great job. Even though he had a smaller army, still able to keep his units alive and well. 120 really with a much, much stronger hero army in terms of hero level, able to get the job done. That Dreadlord's sleep play towards the end, absolutely brilliant in order to catch a Chimera out of position. No easy retreats. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.